In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I come up with products for my shop. That was requested by a few people in the comments. It's almost Easter and I wanted to plan that out live, well, not live, and take you guys with me and show you how I'm going to come up with Easter products and spring products. I've never had a spring line yet because last year I started my shop in the summertime, so this is the first time that I'm making anything related to this time of the year. So I'm excited to make things with you and come up with ideas with you. So yeah, but the first half of this video, I'm pretty much going to talk about the items that I do carry in my shop and how I came up with those ideas, I guess. So the very first thing that helped me choose what kind of products I wanted on my shop was my own interests. I knew right off the bat that I wanted my brand to revolve around my love for the outdoors and adventure and hiking and stuff like that. So I've always wanted to have a business or something where I could donate a portion of the proceeds to the National Park Foundation. They help in protecting national parks and keeping it preserved. And that's a huge passion of mine. I love national parks. I grew up going to them with my family. And so I knew that I wanted them to be outdoorsy, adventure themed and stuff like that. So I looked up if scents like s'mores or campfires or flannel or any kind of scents like that that had to do with being an adventurer existed, and I saw that they did, and I was like, okay, now I know I'm going on this path to making a whole line of adventure candles. So that's how I came up with the scents. If you watched one of my most recent videos on how I grew my business, I mentioned the candles that I started off with, which were those adventure candles. And I did think that I was gonna stick with that theme for forever, but I ended up venturing out of that. With the containers, I knew that I wanted a sort of rustic looking jar, and I fell in love with the amber jars. I started off with these. So this is exactly what they look like on my shop. These are 8-ounce jars, but they carry 6.5 ounces, and I just thought that they were the perfect size for candles that I wanted to sell, and so I stuck with these for a while. So yeah, number one on choosing the products for my shop was from my interests, my own interests. I knew what kind of look that I wanted. These match my home really well and my style, and the scents that I wanted, they just match my personality and what I love doing. So that's what I started off with. Eventually, I decided to venture out into my second tip on choosing products for my shop, was choosing scents that were popular and that sold well. I honestly started doing my research. I was Googling what scents sell really well, and even on Candle Science. So they have a lot of different articles on their website that help you with your business and candle making, and one of those articles is popular fragrances in every state. So that's really helpful because you can look up what's popular in California or Florida or Texas or whatever. So in combination with that and just Googling a bunch of things, I just looked up popular scents, and what I found was that like lavender, eucalyptus, the relaxing aromatherapy kind of scents are really popular, and so I started purchasing those fragrances in small samples. Okay, so they carry sample sizes on Candle Science. I would start testing different kinds of scents with these little bottles, and then I would just slowly add them to my shop and then see what did well from there. Okay, so my third way of choosing my products is basically how I have to adapt to what's available. So basically what's available. So I started making candles last year, and I think that candle making became more popular because of COVID, because we were all at home and starting new hobbies and starting businesses, and I just jumped in at a good but bad time, because when the holidays came, everything was selling out and was sold out. I couldn't get a hold of these jars anymore, and so I had to adapt. I had to find something that I knew was available. So I went on Candle Science because I knew that I could rely on them, and I found these 8-ounce mason jars. They hold 8.8 ounces and these hold 6.5 ounces. So it was kind of a good thing that I couldn't go with these anymore, because now I forever am purchasing these because they're label ready, they are a good size, and I don't know, I just like the shape better kinda, and they're just easier for me to get because I use Candle Science, like I said, mostly, and they have these. So, and the shipping is faster. So yeah, that's how I transitioned from the amber jars to these clear mason jars. So sometimes you just have to change your product. You're forced to change your product because of the availability of the supply, and that's what I did. And it was kind of a good thing because I actually fell in love with these candles or these jars, and now I just carry them all the time. So also when I was looking for these mason jars, I also saw on Candle Science that they had little jelly jars. I also wanted to have a smaller option for candles. So I basically found these and these because I was forced to look elsewhere. So yeah, I'm so glad that I started getting the jelly jars because now I can make candle packs, which is what I'm gonna do for the Easter/spring line that I'm gonna plan later on in this video. So yeah, I love these jelly jars. They're really popular. People tend to buy them more since they're a smaller option and they want to try out the smaller version of the bigger versions because I usually make them in both. So the third way that I choose my products is basing it around the time of year or the holidays. That helps a bunch because there are so many options for every single holiday and season out there to choose from. That makes it easier because you know what seasons are coming up, you know what holidays are coming up, and so you have something to base your scents around, and people are going to be searching for those during those holidays and during those seasons, so it works out perfectly. So the last thing that helps me pick out products is accepting and being open to custom orders and collaborations and doing private label candles, because that helps me see what I can accomplish and what sells with other people's customers and with my own customers. And I usually post whatever I am working on, even if it's for somebody else, and if people show interest in that, then I will continue making whatever that is. At first, custom orders were kind of stressful to me because I was doing things that I was usually having to learn something new, just working with a different fragrance or different add-ons to the candles, or even a different container. I would have to go through the whole testing process again, and that was kind of stressful for me, but then I realized that it was actually helping me in the process. I don't do custom orders as much, but I think being open to it in the beginning really helped me out because now I know how to do a lot more, and now I know what sells and I know what kind of products people are looking for. Alright, so I wanted to talk about other items that I carry in the shop that aren't candles. I also have wax melts. Wax melts were something that I just wanted to try out because whenever I would shop for supplies, I would see wax clamshells and different kinds of molds for them, and just decided to try it out. I bought some wax clamshells and then I realized how easy they were to make, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is way faster than making candles because I don't have to place the wicks. So another product that I have in my shop are these car diffusers. They are my new absolute favorite product that I carry. I was originally looking to make some sort of air freshener. I was looking at the aroma beads that people make. They are required to be baked in an oven, and we don't have an oven at our house. So I had to look at other options, and then I ended up finding these car diffusers, and I thought it was perfect because all you need is a diffuser base and the fragrances, and I already have a lot of fragrance oils, so all I needed to get was the diffuser base. from Candle Science, and then I already had the dried flowers that I put in most of them. So it just worked out. And then these are really affordable too. I will link the little bottles in my description. So if you want to know where you can get them too, they have different styles, like a bunch of different styles. So yeah, you can find that in my description. So I pretty much have an idea of what I want for the spring / Easter candles. Like I mentioned before, those jelly jar packs of candles that I sell always do really well. So I think I'm gonna go with that. I want to do a white lid instead of this gold rustic lid because I feel like it'll go with the Easter theme more. So when I think of Easter, I automatically think of peeps and candy and chocolate and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with colored candles. I usually don't add color to my candles, but I have so many options for candles, which are all here on this bottom rack, and I hardly ever use them. So I think I'm gonna test out some candles. I want them to be very pastel looking and light colors, so I'm gonna test that out. And then I have to buy more jelly jars because I'm all out. I have to get the lids, probably have to get more wicks, and then I think I'm also going to add some wax melts. So I want to look for egg-shaped molds and like Easter theme molds. I usually get those from Amazon, so I'm gonna shop for those. And then I'm just going to see how I can sort them out in the pack. So maybe I'll do a 4-pack or a 5-pack. I'll just see what scents I end up using. So yeah, let's order all of that stuff right now. All right, so I'm going to go to Candle Science and first get my jelly jars. I usually don't get enough jelly jars for these packs because they usually sell out faster than I think they will. So this time I'm gonna get about 20 orders of the jelly jars. They come in packs of 12. So I get the 4-ounce jelly jars, and I'm going to order 20 of them. So 20 times 12 is, I forgot. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna get 20 of those, and then I have to get the white lids. On Candle Science, when you are on the container page, it tells you which lids go with them. And so the ones I usually use are the antique gold or the rustic, but this time I'm gonna go with the white. So I got 20 of the 12-piece packs. So I'm going to get 20 of the 12-piece bags for lids. And then I also have to get wicks. So for 4-ounce jelly jars, I get the CD8 wicks, the pre-tabbed wicks. Oh, those are out of stock, but I might have some. Hopefully I have some. I'm gonna check right now. Okay, yeah, I have a ton of CD8 wicks from before, so thank God, because they're out of stock. This also helps me be prepared. Sometimes I over order on things because things like this happen, and I just ordered a bunch of extra things just in case this happens. So yeah, and then so I'm gonna look through scents. So I definitely want some sweet scents, so I'm thinking some sort of chocolate scent. I want to go with chocolate fudge. I have smelled this before, so I'm definitely going to add that to the list. 16-ounce, and you definitely don't have to order in bulk like this. Like, I am going crazy right now. I mean, some people buy even more than this, but yeah, I know how well these do, so I'm just stocking up. There was another scent that I wanted to get. It was the pink sugar crystals. Yes, and so I'm gonna get a 16-ounce bottle of that. I'm just gonna look through all of my fragrances because I have a bunch to choose from, and so I just want to use something I already have. So those are just what I'm gonna get for now. So I'm just gonna order all of that. All right, to Amazon. So for Amazon, I'm going to look for Easter molds, and usually they're called like candy molds or chocolate molds, and those end up being the perfect size for wax melts. So let's go to the chocolate one. I usually try to get the ones that have a variety of shapes so that I have different options. And I usually go with the silicone molds instead of like the hard. Sometimes they have steel ones or plastic ones, and I just feel like it's easier to take out the wax melts out of the silicone mold. Oh, this one's kind of perfect. So this one looks like it has a little bunny, a little Easter basket, and different kinds of eggs. So I'm gonna buy that. Okay, so I think I just bought everything that I need. If I think of anything else, then I'll just buy them throughout the week, but I will return when everything arrives and we can make the candles together and put the packs together as well. Here are all the 4-ounce jars that we ordered, and then the white lids. Here are some more, and I just started putting the warning labels on. I tend to do this before I put any wicks or labels. Since they're already facing down, I just put the warning labels on the bottoms. I don't think I mentioned what colors I wanted to do, but I wanted to do the typical colors that you see in like on Easter eggs and Easter candy. So there's gonna be a baby blue, a baby pink, a sunflower, and green, like a bright lime green. When I was on Amazon, I saw that they had sour watermelon peeps, and so I wanted to base it off of that. And I've used it before in my summer line, and so I really love that scent, so I decided to make that the green candle. And I'm probably gonna purchase the sour watermelon peeps and add them to the packs because I just want it to be like a cute little Easter basket, but for adults, because I think that would be cute to unwrap. And I didn't show this part, but I also bought green crinkle paper, so it's gonna look like the fake grass that they put in Easter baskets. So yes, I'm really excited to put that all together. And also my stepmom, whenever she has boxes that she got from packages that she's bought, she asks me if I need them, and so she gave me these. She gave me a bunch of these little boxes, and they are the perfect size for my Easter baskets, for my Easter packs, because I already know that the 4 candles will fit in here. And yeah, I just want to decorate the outside of it with my Cricut. I'm just grateful that I don't have to buy additional packaging boxes, and I could just reuse what she was gonna throw out. So I'm grateful for her for thinking of me and passing on her trash to me because I can use them for my business. So right now I am going to continue labeling. So yeah, just gonna do a little time lapse. Alright, so the wax molds just got here. I opened them up and they are so cute. They're like the perfect size for wax melts, so I'm glad that I chose these ones. They have little baskets, little bunnies, and little eggs. And then more eggs, which are even more of a perfect size for the wax melts. This is what they look like on the other side. And I'm probably gonna work on these this weekend, so that'll be after I post this video. So if you wanna see how they turned out, just follow me on Instagram and you will stay updated on when the Easter packs come out, and these will be included in there. So I have my first 4 of the set out, and I've just put the wicks in. I have all my fragrances and dyes, so I'm gonna use this Summer Breeze liquid dye for the baby blue candle, this Key West green liquid. I'm gonna use the red for the pink candle, yellow liquid dye for the sunflower candle. And it tells you how many drops to use if you want a specific color. So it's been a few hours. I've been actually editing part of this video, but while these were curing, but I just came out here to check on them and cut the wicks, and they came out perfect pastel Eastery colors. So here's the blue one, here's the yellow one, and then the green one, and all of them. And then I have the pink ones already made, but they're perfect. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I just have to cut the wicks and then put on the lids, and then I will pack up a sample of what the packs will look like. Alright, so here is how the candles came out. Here is the sunflower one, and then the watermelon one, and the pink sugar, and the chocolate fudge. All of the colors came out perfectly, and I am very happy with them. So this is what they look like with the crinkle paper and all together. This box only fits the candles like exactly, so I think I'm gonna have to put the whole box in a mailer bag and then add the wax melts and the treats that I want to add into the bag because they don't fit in the box. But this is how they came out. If you want to see the final touches on them, including the decoration on the outside of the box that I do with the Cricut, then that'll be on my Instagram sometime next week. These won't launch for maybe another week or two, so be sure to follow my Instagram if you want to see the rest of the look of this. And if you made it this far, if you watched the whole video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a little something, and remember that all the products that I mentioned are always going to be linked down below in my description. So yeah, thank you for watching.